Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. You're in my corner and I have two special guests in the corner, so I figure this will be a party. Would you like to unveil your secret identity and to make things less confusing, how about ladies first?
Oh, okay then. Hi, my name is Ella Bowen, and I am the co-host for a new anime talk show called Anime Sushi. Yay!
And hi there, I'm Tadao Tomomatsu, Los Angeles actor and host of Anime Sushi TV. How are y'all doing?
We are doing great. We're just surviving the cold weather in the desert, which is never a fun thing.
I know, what's with the cold snap around here? Even LA is cold. I know my friends in the Midwest are going to be mad at me for saying that.
Well, it was funny. I was at the Consumer Electronics Show, a week ago, and I'm used to like wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I had to be like in jeans with this big jacket, and I felt more like the business crowd because everybody's all dressed up during CES, so at least I fit in.
Wow. To think in Vegas you have to dress up like that, it's like, whoa, it must be cold out there.
Yeah, I know it's really surreal, and I usually like the cold, so. Anyway, for the listeners out there who might not be familiar with you guys, let's go a little bit back in time and figure out what initially got you guys into, anime, into that culture.
All right, I'll let the ladies go first this time while I go get the time machine. All right, hang on a minute. Did they warn you
Oh
I
wow.
did voiceovers once in a while? Never mind. Ellie, you go first.
I go first? Oh goodness,
You go
how do I
first.
begin? Let's see. Well, I first got into anime when I was in I can't remember the exact grade. It was sometime between fourth and seventh grade. I was homeschooled at the time, and I was just trying to find like my thing, something that I was like really into, something that I really liked. And I had a friend, and her all of her outfits had anime characters all over them. It was all those T-shirts that you get at Hot Topic that had like Inuyasha and stuff like that. And she just started introducing me to like different shows, I had and I hadn't realized when I was even younger than that Toonami, all of those shows like Tenchi Muyo and Sailor Moon, and there was like Gundam and stuff. Like those were I didn't realize that was anime, and it was only until like middle school that I started learning what anime really was, and that's when my love of it started to happen. And then when I went into high school, I met a huge group of anime nerds, and they all went to conventions and they would cosplay. Those of you that don't know what cosplay means, cosplay is costume role playing. So they literally dress up in their favorite characters from. It's not just anime. It's from movies. It's from comics. It's from TV shows. It's from regular cartoons. And they go to conventions and they role play in their costumes. And I went to my first convention when I was I don't remember how old I was, but I believe it was either 2006 or 2007, and it was Anime Expo. It was my first convention I went to, and I cosplayed from the anime show Naruto. I cosplayed as Tenten, and ever since then I just got hooked, and I went to every year I would go. Since then I would go to Anime Expo, and then I also went to Anime Los Angeles. And with Anime Los Angeles, last year is where I met the people from Anime Sushi. And for Anime Los Angeles, I am on staff for the karaoke room. And one of the people from Anime Sushi, his name is Tip. He came in and he saw me just DJing, and he came up and he asked, "Hey, do you want to help us out? Do you want to be an interviewer for our show?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so the rest of the day, I walked around the convention interviewing people, and it was so much fun, and I had a great time doing it. And then I kept getting emails from him saying, "Hey, this is what the video looks like," and he just kept like sending me more and more emails explaining to me what was going on. And it wasn't until like this past few months that I realized, wow, this is going to be an amazing journey that I just kind of strapped myself into. And so I'm really looking forward to what else we're going to be able to do with this. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, I guess.
And now for your counterpart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hang on a second. Oh, will you get over? Oh, hi there. Sorry, Doc. Can I turn that back down to 12? Yeah, okay. Anyway, I have an odd retrograde sort of way of going through anime. It's like I was born in the United States. Actually, all my family's in Japan. And because of that, my family were very sorry that I wasn't able to experience more of a Japanese culture. So they kept sending me videotapes of anime shows, and I've gotten everything from Doraemon to Hattori Ninjas to a couple of Kin Brother White Lines. And got into Speed Racer and Gotchaman, or Battle of the Planets as they call it out here, and then it kind of snowballed after a while. Darn, I had to get all these toys from Japan too. Oh man. Cosplay never really caught up with me until I got into science fiction and fantasy in general, and then I started cosplaying several other characters, the occasional samurais and Doctor Who and places. I know it's a little off of anime, but I'm always the cheap Japanese knockoff. Go figure. Captain Mal from Firefly. But I get into costumes, and often I lose bets, and I end up wearing really weird clothes, like dresses from the last one. Don't ask. I'll tell you about that one later. I've actually been Toastmaster for several anime conventions because I'm an actor. Been in a couple TV shows like Heroes or Inspector Gadget and a few things like that. I've done a few voiceovers for like Edmund Honda and Fei Long for the Sega Dreamcast series, commercials, etc. And Street Fighter the Ride. And I have a lot of friends who know I know a lot about anime, but I just can't catch up. All my nieces and nephews, when I tell them, what happened to Speed Racer? They keep like, oh, Uncle Tada, you are so old school. I'm like, I am not old. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I barely caught up on Sailor Moon. Although I do like, One Peg, and I'm catching up on Gurren Lagann right now, I think. And then LR. I'm liking that show. I'm not sure I'm going to like the end of it just yet. But then let's see. I've been Toastmaster for Anime LA for like, 9 years, 10 years at this point. I've done anime toasting for Anime Kanji and a few other conventions here on the coast, and I'm a guest over in the Midwest for several things. And it's great to see all these costumes and cosplayers and anime, and it's fantastic. So the way I got involved with Anime Sushi TV was Tips. It was telling me a couple years ago, and I was doing a demo. I was doing a mad science demo, and I was created a static electric generator that ran off of Diet Coke and Mentos. The hotel was really thrilled about that one.
Well, it's a little bit better than like blue hair dye all over their rooms.
Oh no, nothing like that at all. No, nothing like someone trying to spray paint their body silver for a thing and accidentally setting off the alarms at a different convention. It had nothing to do with any of the ones I've been to. I just heard the rumors. Yeah, blue dye. No, we did it outdoors, so it wasn't too bad. And Tip popped me up, and he and his kids were fascinated by me, and we worked on a show, and then I ended up going with them and doing a lot of filming at Anime Expo. Got a hold of a lot of my friends who are great cosplayers and great personalities, and they love anime. And, it really started snowballing. Sadly, while I'm working at Anime LA, I don't get the chance to do a lot of interviews. That's why I'm glad Ella's around, because, she gets to be the mini-me, as it were. So that's how I got involved with anime in general, conventions, and Anime Sushi.
Well, now, for the listeners who might not have heard of Anime Sushi, can you explain the premises?
Yeah. Anime Sushi is a half-hour weekly TV show dedicated to otaku culture, Japanese culture, with segments on anime, manga, gaming. We go to conventions, interview our fellow anime heads and otakus and cosplayers and gamers, and we'll get industry news and anything else our audience wants to see. It's going to be very geared towards that. And, we'll talk a little about Japanese culture. I know a little about it, not much, but, it's going to be a great show. We currently have a Kickstarter for it. You can find it at, let's see, the HTTP, Kickstarter ZYMSUW, I think it is. Well, just look for, Anime Sushi, the TV series, I think. Or the TV weekly show, I think it is, Ella. Do you remember?
It's called
I think
Anime Sushi TV, the weekly series. That's what it's called. That's what the name of our Kickstarter is called.
And you can see the little video we got on there. And there's the goofy video Ella and I did at ALA this past weekend. And it's great. I mean, it's fun.
Well, now, we've seen like fans do this sort of things and interview cosplayers and things like that. So what makes your show different from, what might already be out there?
What makes our show different is that we are cosplayers, animes, and gamers, and when our fellow friends want to say something about, we give the audience a chance to have their say in things. We also tend to hit a lot of other conventions most people don't. I mean, they'll hit the major ones. We can hit a lot of odd ones that are not always on the radar, but something just as fun to show. I happen to travel across the nation for several anime conventions, and it's the cross culture. I mean, everyone can see the LA conventions, but you haven't really lived until you've seen like a Midwest convention or a South, Deep South convention. And if we're really lucky, hey, maybe I'll even get to go back to Japan for a while and do an anime convention there and see how bad my Japanese is. Well, okay, I don't really speak Japanese, but but we'll go with that. Also, we'll be covering culture. Most kids and most anime adults don't really know what where anime started or where manga started. We're going to go through a little history. We're going to go through a little time travel because it's all wibbly wobbly. And culture. I mean, I love talking about Japanese culture. You know, if you see like the samurai shampoo, the fighting styles, or how do you make more props on a shoestring, or how do you make really good props when you have a little extra cash. Um, I think we go a little more in depth, and I think it's going to be both fun, knowledgeable, wacky. Definitely wacky. What do you say, Al? Wacky? Wacky?
I definitely think that it's going to be really fun, especially the part with like learning more about the culture. Like, I've ever since I started getting into anime, I've always wanted to learn more about Japanese culture, and so I've tried taking a Japanese class, like how to speak it and how to read it and write it, and it's very complex. And just but even in that class, we learned a little bit about the culture, and ever since then, I've just been hooked, and I would love to learn more and more about it. So being a part of this and getting to talk more about the culture is going to be really amazing, and I know that the fans of the show are definitely going to really enjoy that aspect of the show. Besides all of the going to the conventions and talking about the new shows, the new games, and all this stuff, and like just giving them all this information, we're just gonna have a great time doing it too. Because me and Tadao, we've known each other for a while, and we have fun working with each other, so it's gonna be really good.
Well,
Yep. No,
oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to
Brown.
know, after unveiling the Kickstarter, did you guys get, a positive fan reaction? What have people been saying about the project?
Everyone's been happy and gung ho and just waiting to see what wackiness now and L are up to next. Seriously, um, because a lot of people are just curious. Or a lot of people are get stuck out of areas that can't really get a lot of anime or what the latest themes are, what's popular. It's been very positive. I've had all my friends going, "Go for it! Yay! Can't wait to see you more on TV." And Ella is so cute, and we need to see more of her. By the way, it reminds me, Ella, I've got a couple friends who want to meet you later. Don't ask. Uh,
Sweet.
So you want to do the
but
autograph
yeah,
signing with her and everything else, tether around your friends. It'll work perfect.
yeah. If they want pictures. So yeah, I mean, it's been really outgoing and positive, and it's even gotten as far as England. I have several friends out there going, "Oh, great, we'll pass it along," and it's been kind of funny that way. The cross correlation of fandoms and anime and science fiction has been kind of funny. All my Doctor Who friends are kind of going, "Wait, I need to know more about anime. Let's find out. Now, tell us about it." I'm like, "Okay, fine. Here's a TV show. Here, pass on the Kickstarter."
Well, one thing I noticed when I was doing research on the show is that it didn't just tout newer shows, which is kind of nice because I'm one of the older fans. At least I like to consider myself a little bit of a hipster. No, not really. Hipsters are bad. Don't be a hipster, don't do drugs. Two things to live by. Anyway, but one of the things I noticed is that you guys showcase a lot of older shows. Your focus isn't on just the new and the latest. And I think that's the nice aspect of the show itself.
Mhm. Um, I personally, well, Let me ask you. What is your favorite anime going on?
Well, going on right now, or my favorite anime of all time?
Well, let's go with what are your favorite animes in general? What's your favorite current series, and then what's your favorite of all time?
Sailor Moon is my favorite series of all time. I still have my wallet from when I was 9 years old. Still use it
Nice.
every day. Yes. I'm really into Tiger and Bunny on Neon Alley right now. is what I'm into, but I've degenerated from watching shows consistently to when I buy them from Suncoast to maybe I watch one show every 6 months because I'm so busy. So
I understand this one completely.
okay, good.
Yeah, my nieces are all crazy about Sailor Moon too.
Can't wait until the new season comes out or the new show or whatever it is, but it needs to come out.
I am so
Yeah,
excited
I
for that. When I
know.
heard about that, I was like, oh my gosh, my childhood's coming back to visit me. I'm so happy.
That
You
was
do know that the. Sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Okay.
Basically, what was going on when that they were doing that announcement, I remember being up at 4 a.m. watching the stream and just trying to translate Japanese and like broken Japanese the entire time and being like reporting on it on Twitter, going like, I think this is what's happening. So we were trying to break the news as it was going on, which was a lot of fun.
Don't you love on-the-fly translation?
No, I don't.
It's better than me. Actually, you do know that they did a live-action Sailor Moon in Japan for a while, right?
Yes,
I heard about that.
Okay. Just wondering. There are days I kind of wonder, like, okay, so there's the Sailor Moon live-action show that happened, and then there's the Sailor Moon kids stage shows that happen, and they recorded those. And basically, it's they're all wearing, um, I guess, mascot heads is the best way of putting it at the moment. They look just like from the anime. And there's all these great. I mean, it's like, wow, this is almost as bad as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with my nephews. It's like they still want these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. It's like kind of amazing. What is your all-time favorite, by the way?
Sailor Moon is all-time favorite.
Okay.
Has to be. But I also like shows like Oh My Goddess, things like that. So,
Ooh,
yes. I prefer the OVA to the TV series just because of the performance and the chemistry between the voice actors, but that's personal preference.
there is that. And we'll probably be covering that one too. What is the difference between OVAs and series shown or direct to DVD? Um, I'm surprised they don't show more of the movies out. In Japan, it's big to do anime series movies in theaters,
Mhm.
and they come over here and they just go directly to DVD. I think they go great on the big screen.
Well,
Um,
we see a handful. We see, some Ghibli films, and Madoka has had some limited screaming. Yes, limited
uh,
screaming. Limited screening. Yes.
actually, there's a lot of screaming in some of those films I see.
So I think we're seeing a
No,
little
don't
bit.
go into trap. Wait.
I think we're seeing a little bit more of it, but it's one of those things that, the anime community and everything else has to sort of, work for and push, and it won't be for another few years until we see it very commonly.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I find that at anime conventions they do have certain movie screenings, not necessarily anime movies, but live action movies from anime or from Japanese games, like at AM Squared. I forget what the actual name of that convention was. At that convention they had, or this past year they had the Phoenix Wright live action movie, and some of my friends went to go see that. So.
I'm pretty sure it's called AM squared. I didn't know it was called something else. I know the
Well, they usually have
it's
AM Square. Well, I mean, like they'll subtitle it so it's like Pirate Year one year, or Sailor Moon next, or there's a special theme usually that goes on. I don't know if AM Square did that recently or not. I missed the last one.
I don't think it did. We went the first 2 years, and I know, the two squared is like music to manga two powered or whatever. So, but
That's what it's
yeah.
called. It's Anime Music Squared. That's what I think the name of the convention's called.
Oh, we've
Okay.
already
Yeah,
always just referred to it as AM squared. So,
Yep,
yeah.
that's how I've heard it too. But then someone told me, someone said it like the full name to me, and I was like, "What's that?" And then I realized, oh, I was at that one. So that's what it's
Yeah, it's funny
called.
when
Okay.
the convention Ella and I worked at ALA gets people confused because several of them are librarians. Going, why are you going to the American Library Association? Do they have a convention? Well, they do have a convention, but ours is Anime Los Angeles. Remember that? Sometimes I joke I'm going to go to 2013 AD. And it's like, you are in 2013 AD. No, Anime Detour. That's a Minneapolis convention, or it gets silly after a certain point.
Well, what conventions do you guys have coming up for 2013?
I'll let you go first because my list goes about down my leg.
That's my problem. I don't have like right as of now. I am not planning on going to any conventions this year. I am heavily involved in community theater, and so I have a bunch of different shows that I wanted to audition for that make it so that I'm not able to go to these conventions. The only convention I go to every year is Anime Los Angeles because I work it every year. I work the karaoke room, and so every year I get to go for free. But I just haven't really had the money to go to any other convention. Like I haven't been to AX in about maybe 2 years because I just haven't had the money to go. But hopefully, I'll working with Anime Sushi. I'll be able to go to more conventions this year. So Anime Expo will definitely, hopefully, be on that list because that's a really fun convention to go to, and it's so big, and you meet all these different people, and it's a really fun one to go to. So I'm hopefully gonna be going to at least that one this year. So now you can tell us your list, Tadal.
Okay, now the question is, do you want me to just keep it to anime conventions, or do I get to give you the whole list?
You can give us the whole list.
Oh, goodness,
Okay,
here we go.
Here we go. It started with Anime in Los Angeles this last weekend or two ago because I'm Toastmaster and MC for that. Upcoming is the Doctor Who convention called Gallifrey 1. There'll be a ton of cosplayers for Doctor Who, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, everything over there. We even have a couple of Daleks that run around, actual, full-scale Daleks that people have made. It's incredible. We have a TARDIS. So I'll be, I think I'm seeing the masquerade for that one, then just helping out in general that. Then let's see, I think I have Anime Kanji in San Diego, and then I have DemiCon in Des Moines, Iowa, Anime Detour in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm not sure if I'm heading for Fanime yet. I can't make it to Anime Expo because I'll be doing the Labyrinth of Jareth Masquerade, and if you want to see a heck of a lot of elegant Victorian and otherwise fantasy costumes, that's one of the places to go. Let's see, San Diego Comic-Con. No, I'm forgetting three others. I don't think I'm going to Combat Con this year. That's a Western martial arts convention. Not Eastern. That's the funny part. Let's see. There are three other conventions that haven't been confirmed for yet. And then we wind up with probably New Year's Eve at some point. There are like 7 others I keep getting talked into, and I don't know about it until the last minute.
I know that feeling.
That's, believe it or not, just the first couple months now at this point.
Well, I can
And then
understand
during
that.
and then during all this time, we'll be, of course, working on Anime Sushi TV. And 3 other projects I just remembered about. Never mind.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break here on 91.8 The Fan. That way the fans out there can plan their itinerary based on what you guys have said. So make sure to keep it tuned because our special guests aren't going anywhere. Hey everybody out there, you're still tuned to your favorite station, 91.8 The Fan, where we play everything you want and nothing you don't. And I had 2 special guests, so let's see if I still have one or any of them, because they might have died during the break. I didn't do it, I promise. Are you guys still alive?
We are still alive. I didn't get bit.
I'm still here. It's not a problem.
Perfect, okay. Sounds like one is on a respiratory machine, but I think we're okay.
We're okay. We're fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Hi.
Hi. Uh, Now, one of the things that the listeners are really curious about in our live chat is asking about, obviously, people can get information about Anime Sushi on the Kickstarter, but where can they get up-to-date information on perhaps you guys or your other projects or even other places to keep up to date on Anime Sushi?
Hello?
All right, so here's some of the links that we have. We have a Facebook page. It's called Anime Sushi Pilot Episode. And so we're updating a lot on that. We're actually even have updated right now that we're on 91.8 The Fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we update that regularly with pictures and with videos that we post. We also have a Twitter. I'm personally not on the Twitter. I can't speak.
Twitter, so it's Twitter. Okay.
On the Twitter, however you pronounce it. We do have a Twitter page. I don't know the name of it. Tadao, do you know?
Yeah, it's Twitter at @AnimeSushi_TV.
Perfect. There's our
That
Twitter.
funny little line at the bottom. Yeah, Twitter.
And then for those of you that are addicted to Tumblr, we do have a Tumblr page, if I can find it. It's called Anime Sushi TV. And we have a few updates on that. So definitely follow that. I also have a Tumblr. I'm not going to say the name because I need to make one specifically for like my anime side. So once I do that, I will probably have links for that. And that's all the links. And then, of course, the Kickstarter. So unless, Tadao, do you know any other links?
No, I think you've hit most of them so far. I can't think of anything else other than the fact that I'm on Facebook as Tadao Tomomatsu. Like, you can't find me on Facebook. I often post links and some other updates from the projects I'm doing, including Anime Sushi TV. So there you go.
Well, now, are there any other projects that you guys want to pimp out to the listeners out there? Stuff that you're working on that you can talk about without NDA ninjas trying to kill you, so on and so forth?
Ella goes first. I got to think about this one. I'm an actor.
As well as am I. I'm not doing any projects regarding anime or any kind of Comic-Con or anything like that yet. So like I'm in a musical right now in LA, but that's probably, I don't know if I can talk about that. But like I could if you guys want me to, but I don't know if that's right.
We are fine with you promoting whatever part of your career that you want to.
Fantastic. So I guess I will talk about how at the Other Space Theater in West Hollywood on Formosa Avenue, I am in a production of Rent, the musical. I play, I'm in the ensemble majority of the time, but on Sunday matinees I'm playing Mimi, who is one of the main female characters. It's a great show. It's a very small space, but we really need to kind of start selling out. And so if you want, you can look, if you look me up on Facebook, Ella Elbow Bowen. Yes, my first and last name combined is Elbow. It's fantastic. Everyone calls me that. Feel free to call me that. I love that name. If you find me on there, you will be able to find links to event pages for Rent, for the so you can also buy tickets. There are links to buy tickets on the event page. I'm trying to currently find it right now on my computer. So yeah, and we open January 24th, and we go until February 10th. We have performances Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, and we have Sunday matinees, which are the performances where I will be Mimi. And like I said, it's going to be at the Actors Company / the Other Space Theater on Formosa Avenue in West Hollywood. It's an adult show, so try not to bring your kids, but it's a really great production. We're doing it to benefit what's it called? We're trying to raise money to find a cure for AIDS. Is why we're doing this. It's a really great cause. It's a really great show. We have a lot of really great actors in it that are from the area. So yeah, that's as much as I'm going to say about that.
You break a leg or toy, whichever you like.
Don't actually break a leg.
That would be bad.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that would be bad. Don't fall off the stage.
No falling off the stage. I'm not rescuing you that far. Let's see. I'm brain that way. Let's see. I'm playing an admiral in a series that we're working on called Excalibur. It's a Star Trek sort of fan series. I'll be playing Admiral Yorimoto. You can also find that on a Kickstarter somewhere along the line, or there's a Facebook page as well. Dreadnought 6 is a future, I think it's an animated series we're working on. What was the game? I can't remember which. And apparently Claudia Christian will be in this one at some point, so yay. Get to work with Claudia again. Let's see, I'm currently working with Cypher Art Studios. They put on the Labyrinth of Jareth Masquerade every spring/summer. Let's see what else. Everything else is mostly, at the moment, in the air, and I can't actually talk about one or two of them yet, so you'll just have to add me on the Facebook and take a look at when I get to say things like, wee, they've decided to bring Heroes back or something, I don't know. Everything else is hopping around the nation, being Toastmaster or guest of honor at any number of conventions. So I will eventually be in Minnesota. I'll be in Iowa, back in California, North Side, South Side, and yeah, that's mostly it at the moment. A couple acting things are coming up, and I will let you guys know when I can say something about that. So,
Stalk
the
them
actor's life.
in a nice way, not in a really creepy, like yucky, drippy way. That's bad. But glad to know that you guys are keeping busy.
Well, if you
Now,
want me to do the droopy voice, cool. Uh,
well, now I'm kind of curious since we're nearing the end of this interview. We have a tradition here on 91.8 The Fan, and I was wondering if you guys would be willing to participate.
okay.
Okay.
Again.
Basically, we ask if you'd be willing to do a radio bump for us, which is, say, a line for us. The trick of it, however, is that we do the takes for this live on air. So if you mess up, everybody hears it.
Yay! Awesome.
Yay! Now, it's up to you guys, but would you like to do them separately or together?
We can do both.
Yeah, we could do both. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could
How
try.
about this? Ladies go first. I'll go next, and then we'll try one together. How's that?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Basically, we ask if you'd be willing to say, hello, my name is, you insert your name, I do this, as in you're an actor, you're a voice actor, you work on Anime Sushi, whatever you want to put there, and you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan. I swear I heard somebody grab a piece of paper.
I know. I'm trying to find a pen and paper right now so I can write down exactly
You're
what
on
you
the
just said.
computer. You're on the computer. Just type it up on your word pad.
You'd be surprised how many people don't type it. They're like, oh, wait, I gotta find a paper. And they'll be talking to us on Skype, so we know they're on a computer. That's always the funny part.
I know. I do that all the time.
Do you guys need
The
me
only
to
problem is if I
repeat
would
it?
do it, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Give me
I mean,
just
if
a
Ella's
sec.
ready, if not, I'll go first.
Yeah, you go ahead and you go first.
Okay. Everyone ready out there?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tadao Tomomatsu. I happen to be host for Anime Sushi, and I'm a world-renowned actor as Mr. Shake Hands Man. And you're listening to 91.8 The Fan.
See, that was
How
perfect.
was
You didn't
that?
even get a blooper in there. Look at your
Well, I can do a
skadiddles.
blooper. I can do something funny.
I'm pretty
Hi,
sure
I'm
you guys.
Tadao Tomomatsu.
I'm pretty sure you guys will do plenty of bloopers when you do it together.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Now, are you ready or are you still writing it down?
I'm ready.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Ella Bowen, and I'm the co-host for Anime Sushi, and you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
Yeah, that's two perfects. This is going good so far. You guys might be rising against the other 350 guests we've had on the show. You might have some
Hey, Ella?
competition after this.
Ella?
Yeah?
Ella? You want to do what we did at ALA?
Yes, let's do that. I'm trying to remember what we did first.
Well, I went first, then you went next, and then you went next, and
And
I
then we
went first.
switched, and then I went first, and then you went next, and then you can say the rest.
I'll say the anime, and then you get to the 91.8. How's that?
Sounds perfect.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ella.
And I'm Tadao. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
No, that doesn't work.
Switch. Okay.
All right, switch places. Okay, you there? Okay.
Yep, I'm here. Okay, ready? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Ella.
And I'm Tadao. And we're both hosting Anime Sushi TV.
And you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
Wow, that was no bloopers at all. I'm very impressed. Congratulations, you have joined the elite.
Yes!
Yeah! Golf clap.
Da, 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 da.
Now, for the listeners out there, is there anything else you want to say to them? Any words of wisdom? Any dating advice? Any thank you, love you, goodbye?
I don't know. You kind of summed it up right there.
Yeah.
From my end, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. May 2013 bring you health, wealth, and prosperity to whomever and wherever you are. Best wishes for world peace. come on in and check out our Kickstarter for Anime Sushi TV. Check us out on a few places. Keep up with Ella and myself on Facebook and Craziness. And I want to thank Jackie and Chris and everyone over at 91.8 The Fan for having us on. And sure, we're happy to be there. And I'll get you next time, Judgment. Next time.
Let's see. Huh?
Dating advice. Give them dating advice. No, never mind.
Yes, give them great dating advice. Don't wear bowling shoes.
Never let the Asian guy decide the restaurant.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, it's true. I have horrible taste in restaurants.
Well, is there any closing statements you would like to say as well? Or should we warp back to the future, another dimension?
Basically, just check out all of our links that we've talked about. If there are any specific shows that you want us to talk about, definitely post comments. We really would like to hear a lot from the fans about what you guys want, like for us to talk about. So please feel free to put in some input, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. And thanks for having us. So yeah.
Well, thanks for being such awesome guests, and for any of the listeners out there who missed any of this interview, don't fret, you can find it on the website within the next few days, so keep your eyes peeled to 918thefan.com. Coming up next is Girls' Generation with their new song, I Got a Boy.